morning, everyone. It is 6:30 a.m. EST, which is usually the latest time I start the stream. But of course, everyone knows I have guests here and whatnot, so um, I'm not gonna be uh, running on my normal schedule because of that. So we have updated to 8.4. Alright, so what's new for us in 8.4? Well, as far as today, we do have the 50% extra on the black market. So for everything you do, you get 50% more on the black market chest. Here it seems they fixed the bug to where you couldn't see these last coins over here. You would actually have to go into go to actually see your coins. So that's good so far. I do not know, and this is the big question, whether the bug on the unknown seraph has been fixed or not. That's the real question for 8.4. Let me just do something right quick because I'm dropping too many frames. Oh, as you know, I had 3 different, um, and I still have my other 2. Um, but because they fixed the connectivity issues that I was having out here, but these 2 happen to be my middle grade one and my slow one. So I don't really have my high speed one that doesn't drop any frames at all. So of course, I try to do things a certain way in my streams because of the connections that I'm working with. So, what's also new for me in 8.4? As you guys know, the whole time I've been playing, the whole time I've been streaming everything, I've kept everything 8. I've kept everything MK1 and have not been able to even max out MK1 the whole time I've been playing. So now here's a couple of new surprises for you guys. I am on Steam, so you can give gifts. So I've had supporters come through for me lately with the new MK2 sales and whatnot. So as you can see now, I do now have some MK2. I have the MK2 Scorpion with Fatal Havoc and Tiger Scatter. I do have the MK2 Ardent Blitz. I have the MK2 Cryptic Fenrir Rear with MK2 Venoms. I do have the MK2 Deathwing Aljun, the limited edition. I do have MK2 Calamities. I do have MK2 Stellar Cerberus, and I have an MK2 Cruel Bane. So that's as far as like all the new MK2 stuff that has been added to my arsenal. And of course, I've been a deep problem for everybody since getting these, with the exception of last night. Last night, it seemed all the powerhouse champs uh, came out trying to get like their last little bit of tanking in, and the guys trying to live their last glory because there's a rumor that the unknown Seraph was being fixed in 8.4. I do not know if it has been fixed yet, but trust me, the guys with the 3 and 4 unknown Seraphs in their hangars were out in force, and they were all squatted together. And that's in plenty different squads. So I'd like to say good morning to Antonio Deadshot Williams. Um, I'd like to say thank you to Bennett 213. You guys, I want some nice merch on his channel. Please go check him out. Check out his merch. I'd like to say that Bennett 213 puts out some good content, so please check his channel out. It's mainly War Robots, but he does have a nice PUBG stream in there that he does in the evenings, but during his regular daytime, because he is on West Coast or Central. I know he's out west, so he's probably on West Coast time. Um, every day doing War Robots. Guys, please go check him out. He's a ton of fun, and you might catch me playing with him in his live stream now that I'm on 8.4. And I think I'd like to thank Bennett and Deadshot Will for coming out and leaving a like and showing their support for me this morning. We're a small community. We all try to support each other. So I'm just trying to check out what's new for 8.4. And as I was explaining, that I now have MK2 stuff at my disposal now. And so I'm becoming a thorn in some people's sides now. And of course, you know what I've been doing the whole time. You see the majority of my arsenal is still non-maxed MK1, because I focus more on getting this stuff into my collection than I've been concerned with maxing the stuff out, because what I've always been leveling the whole time have been my modules. So, and this is one reason why I always put modules ahead of everything else, especially with the last update that we had. When you have the money off update, okay? When you have the money off micro updates that come in, trust me, go with leveling your modules during the money off update. And then if you happen to win a bunch of gold in a box or whatever, you can rush that and start the next money off update. Because to level a passive module, let's just go here, that's 40 million. 40 million. And now that's a lot of grinding, people. And even for a lower level, that's 25 million. So even to get 2 levels on here, that's 50 million. So I don't have any blue tiered modules to show you guys. So there's nothing I can really do about that. But I did want to express how I upgrade, and then see, I just easily slap my mods on the next thing. It's the least nerf thing and the most viable to transfer over, and then after that I work on weapons during the time off thing, especially and bots during weapons and bots during the time off thing, because if it takes these are the most time intensive things to update. So let's go here just to show. So you know, I'll say I want to take my Demeter up another level. That's 6 days, people. 6 days. And people are worried about the 36 million costs. If you were upgrading other stuff, like I was showing you, like your mods and whatnot, 36 million over 6 days is nothing. So to upgrade, to cut that time down to 3 days and 2 hours, you always do this stuff during the speed upgrades, okay? Instead of worrying about the other stuff. 3 days. See, and the one thing about leveling your mods, and here's what I was saying: 3 days, but look at the cost. It's only 11 million, and people worry about leveling their weapons during the money off upgrades. That's not it. You level your weapons and bots during the speed upgrades, because I was showing you just to level modules. The time is always the same, so it's not long. It's always 1 day. So to cut that down for 12 hours when spending 25 million is ridiculous. Just go ahead and do it at the 1 day's time, and get that money off of there. Um, because these affect the percentage wise, with these actually affect your bots a lot more than one level that you save the little bit of money on your bot. Usually the mod will affect the bot more than a single level, and you will save more money doing the mod update than anything else. See, because the mods, yeah. See, you're getting it, Tone, because the mods will put a dent in your pocket. Because I'm gonna tell, that's why I congratulated Duck on Quack for hitting 2 billion. Because when you're upgrading mods, man, I had over 1 billion silver when I started to start winning good mods. So I never leveled my blue mods whatsoever. So before I start upgrading good mods, I start getting good mod drops or whatever. Before I ever had a good mod, I had over 1 billion silver. And then there were times after that I had no choice but to upgrade weapons and bots and stuff, simply because I couldn't afford to upgrade another mod. So um, that's the only time I leveled weapons and bots during the percentage off. As far as my arsenal, of course, I had my Oxminos in for this new thing here, and once again, I only got level 24 recently on the 40% off upgrades for the Bahu Luchador. It was really like the 10 or 25% off that they normally have for the upgrade event, but then lately they've been running extra percentage just for certain items. That's the only time I got levels on my Luchador. My Luchador was level 3 stock, like but my mods, see what I'm saying? And then if I decide to change to something else, I've already got maxed mods in here. Okay, so it's something I wanted to show, because then I'd run it on my Oxminos was actually better because it was level 12. I just put a level on it yesterday during the percentage off. But yeah, my Oxminos was actually level 12. I leveled that during the event, and I leveled this recently to 15 during the event. I had finally got start leveling them both to level 12, but I was running max mods on them. Same thing goes with my Neuromets and everything else. So I also have a Nodens, Alming, Kid, and an Arthur. I don't have the Sharanga or the new Indra. Even though they recently had the Sharanga on sale, of course, I don't really have money like that, guys. Like I said, I am on Steam. I do get gifts, but that's only happened recently as I've gotten supporters and things of that nature. Um, so, running max modules, okay? More so than you see the level of my gear is not high, but I have a lot of max modules. Okay, so that's what I work on more than that stuff, and I only do tighten anything during the upgrades. I just let it stack, so that's why when it ended, and it went to the weapons, normal bots weapon. I went back to doing my other modules, and I let my platinum start stacking again until the next event. So hopefully, since I switched connections, we will see. Well, um, if I can get a little bit of gameplay in. Um, well, I'm gonna say good luck on that dead shot. Uh, I hope you get what you wanted. And welcome to the stream, my brother Hamid Khan. Um, he's also another great YouTube streamer. You guys go and check his channel out. He's just recently updated a lot of his gear as he passed the benchmark for getting his supporter program in, his creator program in. So he's got a couple little goodies, and don't think that he's all spending $1 billion to get this done, or that he's in the top of the creators program where they gift them a lot of stuff and they gift them a battle rec account. No, they just give him a couple little extra goodies. He's at the lowest level of the, but Hamid has always played well, just scraping by like I did. So if you still like to see that content and everything else, there it is. But he also has a couple of good new goodies to throw in there. So I'm just run through the hanger right quick. Even though I showed you I upgraded with that, I'm running Sonics here, Lockdown and Poison. With the Sonic, he also has Poison because the Scorpion does poison, and so does the drone that he comes in. I'm running the mid-range sniper on the Demeter. When I run my Demeter with close builds, I love it with the jump skill. But being as though I'm running him as a mid-range sniper, I'm running it with shield breaker because, of course, the hazards still do well in close. So if I jump in to save somebody, I can still use them as I'm backing back out to my mid-range sniper range. And also here with the Kepri, because I'm running lockdown and taser. Lockdown and taser on the Kepri works well because you can sit back in the same range as the bendy Kepris do, but also if you really need to get in on somebody, whether reloading or whatever, to maximize out your tasers, you lock them down and then you close in with the tasers, but you still have the range to back up when the bendy guys come out, or something that's more ranged where you need to shoot and hide, and then close in at the end as their health gets low and with your tasers. And of course here, y'all know I like running 2x2s. I'm running the Scald and Cookville. On the Hanger 2, I'm running the Hoover setup on here. I'm running the bendy setup on here, and y'all know I used to have the bendies on here, but instead, since I've got those MK2 tasers, that's good because they give him more range, and then they have more effect than the bendies up close. When people just go, well, since he's running bendies, and he can hide a little bit, when I get a chance to get in close, I'm coming in to kill that Wayland, because he's not only just bendying me, he's also healing. I'm running full poison on the Deathwing June, plus his inbuilt skill on the Mender, only because he is an AoE healer like the Wayland is. He's gonna be in close for sure, and that was my one weakness with the bendy Wayland setup. The only thing I don't have on the Wayland that I really need is the lock-in skill. I haven't got it yet because I didn't need it with the bendies, because it just locks in and zaps. You could fire thin air and hit everybody. And of course I'm going with my Flames and Petite on the Arachnid Invader. And I go for damage and health. Mainly health here, higher health pool, and damage because I have the Manny Pilot on there. Alright. And hanger number 3, of course, I was running Hells on here, so I do have to change the skill because it's lockdown and freezer on this setup. But the decays are just, I found that I had to really keep my distance with the Crimson Hawk. I mean, it's alright too, but I had to, because when I ran out of ammo, if somebody came up close, Of course, the hell froze and put out good damage for a couple seconds, but you know they nerfed all uh, uh, the cryo lasers, so the reloads are like crazy high. We're here as with here. I do have a fast reload with the decays, and and yes, this is my idea with the poison drone as well. But you guys asked me, might want to ask why I switched over to the Bane. Number one, I didn't have a good Bane before, but the reason why I now have a MK2 Bane, but instead of running the Hornet, is this: what people were doing, even though he's fast at 61 speed, I'd hit them from a distance and with all like Wasp and Hornet, and people know that 12-second reload. In that time, they were coming in trying to kill me, and I was dependent upon the Cerberus's blackout ability to save me. Um, and then those times that I missed them with the blackout ability and wasn't able to run enough in time for my reload, I was being killed. So here I'm gonna try to, do, I like mixed setups. Uh, Even though, of course, the survivability was lower, I'm trying to increase the survivability to increase the overall damage. And of course, she still does affect the Cruel Bane. I'm using that for self-protection and using the Wasp, the direct damage that my Dia does increase, and my Dia does also increase his Blackout 2.0, because the Blackout on the Cerberus does inflict DOT, which some of the other Blackouts don't. At least not on the Typhon, it doesn't. And of course, we're going with Fortifier. You see, I'm working on my second one now. We got it to level 4. I mean, with the money percentage off, that's the mod that I'm currently upgrading. We're running the explosive shotgun Kitsune Harpy, and we're running here a Basil, and we don't want to stay in it forever, so we're already getting the damage with Basil giving damage, so we add a damage mod, and then we don't want to stay in him forever, having him healing or whatever. That's too campy. It's alright to have it when you need it, but you don't need to build those for forever. You build them for more damage, so it has the damage mods on there, as well as he loses health. And of course, here we have our, I'm forgetting the name of which pilot I use, but I use Virginia Walker. And of course, none of her skills are really damage skills, so we're not gonna worry about weapons that will increase the damage for someone who's not actually built for damage. So that would from the status of the explosion and not the rockets. And of course, here on the Heimdall, I tried this build. I tried many Heimdall builds, and close. It just doesn't. The Heimdall doesn't work well in those short and quarter maps, close quarter maps, as other Titans do, because they can jump up or whatever. And third, so I put him on my open map hangar with the long range, with the CM modules, and with this self-fix unit, because he will be more exposed as well. Flying stealth Titans. Of course, I can see out past 600, and these have 600. That's one reason why I haven't maxed that quantum sensor. I'm working on other mods, trying to get them up. Instead of maxing the second quantum sensor, because I see closer like 640 right now. I think I see about 640 right now. That's 40 meters past what I can even shoot, because of 600 meter range here. And so it's priorities, 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 people. I'd like to say good morning to Terra Road. Terra Road is also another plug here. Terra Road puts out great content, guys. Thanks for coming out and supporting my channel. Terra Road, giving it a like. If you guys love the box open, he does put out great content play. He does save up the coins and tokens and everything else to put out the special box openings for you guys, so you guys enjoy. Let me see how many frames I've been dropping recently. None. Okay, with that being said, since I haven't been dropping any frames since I switched connections, I'm gonna try to get a little gameplay in the 8.4, see if I notice any difference. Well, first difference I noticed is how fast I loaded, because the platforms are converged again in the matchmaking. So um, during the separation, the last couple streams, you guys noticed that it was taking several minutes for me to get loaded, and that was because the separation of the platforms. So I'm gonna try to cut this guy off. See, I confront him before the I don't wait on the cap for him. That's another thing that happens with like teleporters and whatnot. A lot of people sit there and sit on the cap. No, you stay around the cap. You don't wait on the cap for nobody. So you notice I only get to the cap when he's going near it. I don't hang around and wait on the cap for anyone. So someone else is running status on him, I'm going to run. And so this is what I was showing, like the futility of the nerf on the Capri. Capris are still soloing stuff, and they're supposed to be a healing bot. So I'm gonna say this, like I said before, and I'm gonna say it once again. They needed to give this thing the same nerf that they gave the Nodens that it's designed after. They should have extended its skill and killed the speed on it. Just killed the speed on it whatsoever. So that's what they should have did. Killed the speed on it. Instead, what they did was they killed the speed on the actual skill. They killed the speed skill when the speed of this bot is still tremendous. So nerfing, ridiculous. So it had no real effect on the bot. Guys noticed the speed difference, a slight speed loss a little bit during the skill, but they never actually nerfed the speed on the bot at all. So that's what they should have did, and extended the range of its skill. That's what they did with the Nodens, and the Nodens works well because the thing is a tank. It's one of them bots that's now all of a sudden it does everything. It does every friggin' thing. So we don't need any more bots that do everything well, and that's why you do. See, and here's an example where I boosted the wrong. So I have no say-so of where my blue target aims or nothing like that. The direct healers. Now, here's where I do get on the cap because of this guy, and I try to keep him from even getting on it. Of course, the lag had a little effect on me right there. Of course, we're getting beat on pretty bad here. So it's time for us to try to get some of this stuff done. Try to get a little bit of catch up going on here. Now everybody's on the right. That's the reason why I switched left even though I was on the right, because that just leaves all this open over here. And of course I'm taking the brunt of this, the punishment on this side because of that little bit of lag there. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get over to that open cap over here that nobody's at. Okay, let me get on this guy. Somebody already. They got a bendy guy defending that. Now here's what I'm talking about. After being that guy ran out, whoever was over here, right? We ran him up out of there, right? And then now all of a sudden everybody wants to go on that side. That's bull. Now them guys did something, and over here when nobody was over here, and then as the guy is coming over here, they run the other direction. This is ridiculous, man. This is what happens when you play teams full of idiots. I have no better way of saying it. Now, there are two guys dealing with that, and the Sharanga is running. Now, I put a little damage on him, but it's more important that I get over here. And I'm being shot from something way, way, way over there. But it is more important that we get over here and get the cap. Now, I can go over and try to kill him. Alright. I don't know how I got EMP'd way over here. Is it Sharanga or people trying to go the other? So. Yep, keep getting EMP'd. So, but I'm in defense mode right now. Let me see if I can go over there and get in on him now. Boom. Get these guys up out of here. Night night, punk. See, and maybe the Sharanga can get in on him. Now that I'm doing this because I needed to get into my luchador. So saw this happening. So let me get over here and get in defense mode right quick. See, and I'm gonna drop off short because if I would have went chasing him 100%, even though it's 4-1, if I would have went chasing him 100%, then of course that Titan would have landed on our cap, like he's doing right now. So let me go in and get rid of some of these guys. Boom. Like I said, I've been more of a problem. I see that a difference right now already, that I believe they increased the speed of the Seraph, or people are running speed things. And of course, as I was focused on defending one side, the other side lacked. So, like I said, I was playing with idiots. Yeah, playing with idiots. There's no better way to put it. They clearly have no grasp of the game mode. They're running together in groups for no reason. When you win another than everybody. Of course, you have guys like a hood guy. You know, he's come from a competitive clan. He scored more than me or whatever. But my clan is not competitive. We don't even have any champs, with the exception of myself when I go into champs. We have very few masters. They don't compete. There's guys in masters too, as am I, or whatever. But you see how much of a problem I am with the updated gear that I got from gifts on Steam. And when guys were sitting there jerking off doing whatever they were doing, of course I was fighting 2 and 3 on the defense tip a lot of times, but it helped me stand up to stuff better. It is what it is. So I thank you all for stopping by and leaving a like, support my channel. And before I go, I would like to give a shout out to Antonio Deadshot Williams for coming out, Bennett 213 for coming out, Hamid Khan for coming out, Terror Road for coming out. And once again, guys, I would advise you to go and check out my buddies. Bennett 213, very hilarious live streamer. Check out Hamid Khan. And of course, he's a what we call try hard, like me. He goes out there and he puts 100% forward every game, trying to outsmart the other player instead of trying to outgear them. But of course, as he gets a little